Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Takara Tomy exclusive. This is the Dramatic Capture series. This is Nemesis Bridge. So this is a 3/4 pack if you include Laserbeak, and what we're going to do, we're breaking this down into individual bots. So what we've got, this is the outer sleeve, and it just looks amazing. I just want to share this artwork pretty much in every single video that I do on this set because it's beautiful. And also, as you can probably gather, the phone isn't, or the camera isn't on a stand, it's just too big, I can't fit it in. So there we've got the actual contents in the top there, and there we've got again the figures of them transforming with the laser beak, and as you can already see I've got the throne out. So this is, as I say, this particular set, and we're going to look at different figures at different times. Behind there is the actual packaging that holds the figures in. It's a bit like a Generation Select. It's in just mainly black. You can't really say it's, you know, the print, because it's not. It's just the normal cardboard where it hasn't printed anything. You can make out the Nemesis there, which is fantastic, and there of course is your Decepticon logo, and there is the name of the set. Right then, let's have a look at the figures. So here is Shockwave, and this, for some reason, I think not just this figure, this character has been one of my all-time favorites ever since I was a child. I just think he looks so good. He had a great presence in the cartoon and indeed in the comics, and then this particular color is just what really suits him. So obviously it is just a redeco of the Siege, but of course the Siege did come with the added feet and all of the other accessories to bolster it up to leader class, which of course this guy doesn't. So you can really see now, you know, the difference in the color. Even in the hands are a different color. They've got some silver on the feet, and of course Siege's thing was they looked weathered, they looked a bit worn, but you can definitely tell it is the same mold. And of course we are getting another version of this coming soon with the comic book, but there you go, it is just the Siege version but without any of the accessories. But the Siege version is still great, and let's be honest, this also looks good. But before we get there, listen to this. When was the last time we heard ratchets in a Voyager class figure? But there's ratchets right there in the legs, in the knees, and he suits this. Oh, just typically had it going before we got the video going. He really does suit sitting in this throne. It just fits him perfect. I said I would use the throne for all of the figures from the Dramatic Capture set. There we go. And I've also got Megatron. I haven't got around to doing Soundwave yet, but this gives you an idea, I suppose, of how they're looking. Megatron, of course, has got the premium finish paintwork as well, so they're looking good together. As I say, we'll get all three of them together with the Soundwave video. Let's have a look at the rest of the articulation on him though. So the head sculpt is brilliant. It will look around all the way up and down as well because it's on a ball and socket. Lovely translucent plastic and detail on the inside of there. The arms, you can disconnect this, obviously you need to make it keep going all the way around unrestricted. You can swivel at the shoulder, bend at the bicep, that just pops in nice and easy. There's a waist swivel. There is that classed as an ab crunch? I don't really know. I think that's just the hips moving, in all honesty, but they will kick all the way forward. They will go all the way back. He can hyperextend his knee, you can see there, as well as bending it down as normal. There's a swivel there in the thigh, and then there's a tilt and a sway with the ankle, not really a rock, and it is pretty stiff. But overall, as I say, great figure. Loving the Decepticon insignias on there. Here he is compared to his original G1 toy. Lots of people forget or don't realise just how big the original G1 toy is. Yeah, it was massive, but I've got a smaller Shockwave there from Combiner Wars, which unfortunately he's been until Siege. That's what he's been. He's been coming as core class little figures. But yeah, this is giving him his due. It's great figure, exactly what he deserves. And I think that's pretty much all I've got to say about him in robot mode. Let's have a look at him in his, I'm going to say spaceship, but I'm also of course going to show you what I think it really is. But let's have a look at the alternate modes then. Okay, then we're back, and he's in his spaceship mode. I love the fact that they've done this, and this is what I've been telling so many people, you know, about the fact with the new comic one, everyone's complaining it's not the original G1 alternate mode. There is your original G1 alternate mode. Yes, I've folded the feet out just so he balances, but that is pretty much the G1 alternate mode. I've just noticed I took the barrel off and put it on the wrong way. That's because I was showing my wife him the other day, but there you go. So that is the G1 alternate mode. And if we take our spaceship, of course, which is what they are telling us that it is, and I'm just going to move this out of the way so that we can have a look at him without it trying to focus on anything else. I suppose from a particular angle it does indeed, you know, look like a spaceship. But then what you can do, of course, is we can turn it around, we can take this, we can attach it to the back, and then all we've got to do is rotate it 180 degrees. And I believe we have our space laser pistol, which is fantastic. And of course, guys, this means you can do this with the comic book one that is coming up very soon. So if you just sort of ignore the feet or find a way to fold the feet in, it's exactly, you know, what we know it is. And it's just great. I love the fact that they definitely managed to sneak it in. Hopefully they can do something like this with the Megatron figure as well in the future. But it's a great figure and it's very clever. It's nothing like, you know, your Soundwave ship, which should be a cassette deck. This, in some aspects, as you see, it does look like a spaceship. It's it doesn't do the best. You can probably pretty much work out what it is, and hopefully you've seen the transformation process video I've uploaded separately anyway. But for me, and I'm sure anybody else watching this, it's all about that. And you could still display it, I keep knocking everything, exactly like that if you wanted to. So very quickly, one last look at the G1 original with the new spaceship. And there you go. I'm going to pretty much end the video here because it is, as I've already said, a redeco of the Siege mold. It does look great. It displays in either mode really well, but for me it's all about the robot mode, and then we can obviously get the whole crew together in the Soundwave video. So for now, this is the Dramatic Capture series. This is their Shockwave in more cartoon accurate colors, because this one is way too dark, more like toy deco. And there you go, guys. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. Take care.